Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities. Presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, 5-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLC. Tonight, we have an amazing special VIP guest by the name of CherDon Reynolds. A little bit about her. Raised of humble beginnings as a Chicago native, CherDon Reynolds does not believe that quality education is the only key to success. She mirrors where she came from as she provides hope, purpose, belief in others, and the ability to be transparent. After divorcing corporate America in 2016 and deciding to become what she needed growing up, Miss Reynolds began changing the hearts of women in an extraordinary way by devoting her life to working in the for-profit sector, promoting financial empowerment for women, community organization, and bold branding. She is instrumental in bringing awareness to powerful causes. Her brand creates a space that allows women to see themselves up close and personal, bringing forth their gifts, crafts, and talents. She teaches women how to both utilize and monetize their gifts through promotional products and top-of-mind branding. She works diligently to build her own company with the dream of being a job creator and change agent in her community. Ms. Reynolds is committed to supporting women in business with the goal of helping women see themselves in executive positions, and as owners of future Fortune 500 companies, her biggest goal is to redefine the term "Me Too." I own a multi-million dollar business. Her "Me Too." This is the cornerstone of her mission. Working to become a household name, Ms. CherDon Reynolds has successfully been sought after for motivational speaking and brand consulting. She is the founder of She Wear Club, a retail apparel line that celebrates the power of she. CherDon is also the CEO of She Prints It LLC, a fiercely female branding and promotional product company. The core of She Prints is to help women-owned, led, and operated businesses stay top of mind with their target market. With focus on branding via bulk apparel, printing, promotional products, and graphic design, it also offers their clients e-store hosting and brand product consulting. Ms. Reynolds is committed to creating a culture that leaves customers feeling like they had a professional experience with a good friend. Closer to her heart and home, Mrs. Reynolds is the delighted mother of 2 children and wife to a husband of whom she is most proud. CherDon Reynolds strongly believes in the work she does to better the world that she will one day leave to her proteges. She continues to inspire others with the belief that we can all win. She truly lives by her creed that there is room at the top for everyone. Let's fill it up. Welcome to the table, the amazing CherDon Reynolds.
Hey, oh my God, girl, you make me feel amazing. That was awesome. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. I'm excited to have you at the table tonight. I know you're about to share some amazing wisdom and knowledge with my audience. So please tell us more about your amazing entrepreneur journey.
Absolutely. Well, for me, my company actually, the concept started simply as me wanting to create a bold conversation piece, standout message T-shirt line that empowered women, with additional focus on women of color. And this was in 2011, well before the drop ship craze and the ability to have a Shopify and all these other outlets. And so in that struggle of trying to find a print company that can allow me to do those extra customizations for my customers, whether it was glitter or rhinestone or whatever different things we wanted to offer, I also struggled with finding a single company that can do it all. And most importantly, the struggle was real when it came to the amount of capital that I had, which is a constant struggle for women-owned businesses and particularly women of color. So I realized in that moment that if it wasn't available to me, I had to become what it was that I needed, because I know that I wasn't alone in that journey. So I took time. I mastered the print industry. I learned what services I wanted to offer, I didn't want to offer, and in that journey, I had a partner, and We dissolved that business, but I also was able to connect with so many women and realize they have phenomenal messages, but there was nothing that spoke to that, right? They didn't have any promotional products or T-shirts or key rings aside, other than business cards, that really made me want to ask, what do you do, or learn more about their mission. So again, it was just, I saw a need and I wanted to solve it. So now She Prints It is absolutely committed to helping women-owned, led, and operated businesses stay top of mind with their target audience through promotional products and graphic design services and just brand consulting via promotional products specifically. And of course, the blessing in all of that is that I was still able to go back and do the original passion project, which is now called She Wear Club. So I still was able to create my boldly stated conversation piece retail line that it still connects to the overall vision, because most of our customers love our CEO shirts and our She Wears Her Power and our She Is Me, and it creates conversations that yet again allow them to share who they are, what they do, and increase their clientele. So it's been a journey, an amazing one.
I love that. So amazing. Thank you for creating that space for women to be who they are and to be genuine and, let them and be creative, right? And really be for each other, right? Because we all can win at the end of the day. We all can win. So, CherDon, you have dedicated your life to working in the for-profit sector, promoting financial empowerment for women. Please tell us more about your passion.
Yeah, well, I truly believe that money is power. And a lot of people don't want to have that conversation because we've been taught to view money negatively. We hear more money, more problems, and, that the devil lies in the dollars, and all kind of phrases that are put into the universe that creates this negative association with money. But the reality of it is that money is power. The question is, how will you use that power to empower others? So I'm extremely committed to helping women-owned, led, and operated businesses increase their revenue, build their businesses so that they have the capital they need to acquire wealth and in turn empower other people. I don't think that we should feel the need to give away everything that we create. We've all heard from as little kids, time is money, and that's very true. So use your time to accumulate wealth so that you then can take that wealth and redistribute it, not in a just charitable way, but in a job creations way, in a way that allows other women to also build successful empires. My hope is that we'll position ourselves through She Prints It and the services that we offer and the way we're going to grow our business. We're going to position women to be the future of Fortune 500 companies, and not their future CEOs, but their future founders, the creators. We're going to be the top of that list, that top 100, that top 50, that top 10 list will be filled with women, because we already have 12.1 million businesses that are owned and operated by women. But we have the capital, startup capital that men have. We only employ 9% of the U.S. population. But on a global stance, we spend $15 trillion a year. That math is off. So I don't think that we don't want to support women. My business is completely grown on the backs of other women who believe in me and has supported me on the journey. So we will support each other and we will uplift one another. But if I don't know where you are, I can't support you. I can't do business with you, and I can't sew into you. So that's my focus, is ensuring that through promotional products and branding, that you can stay top of mind with your business, that your target audience knows exactly where you are and how to find you. They say people have to hear something 7 times to lock memory. So we want to make sure that through banners and T-shirts and key rings and flyers and business cards, that over and over again we remind people who you are, where you are, so when they're ready to invest in not just their future but in your future, they know how to do it.
That's true. That is so, so true. And I know you were speaking earlier about people don't want to talk about, the financial part of it, right? So let's talk more about that. Why do you think people shy away from talking about that? Because that's really important.
Absolutely. I think that for women in particular, and of course for women of color, again, there's a different stigma that's placed on money for us. Men have never been told don't make money. If anything, the conversation with men has always been that it's their responsibility to go out there and make money and make lots of money and be providers to their family. And there's nothing wrong with that conversation. But for that reason, it has always been a comfortable space for them to discuss money and have a positive association with money, capital, wealth. So I think for women, the difference has always been that they've divided us by money. Of course, as a nation, we're divided by class. But with women, if you desire to have wealth, you're defined as bougie. You think you're better than someone. If you try to evolve, somebody saying that you're trying to remove yourself from your circle. If you want to find a man who has means, you're defined as a gold digger. So there's just all of these negative associations with it. And for that reason, not only is it hard for us to know our worth, but if I don't know my value, I can't possibly see value in another queen. So then it's more likely that we spend our dollars with men or with others because we don't see value in us. So when you look at me, you're naturally not going to see value in me. But all of these things can be changed. We can change the narrative. We can redirect that conversation. But we need to meet people where they are. I think in a lot of cases, we want to tell people to do something different in an extreme way, meaning we tell our people, stop spending so much money, stop being wasteful, stop being a heavy consumer. And my thing is that I don't want to tell you to not consume. That's what you do. That is what the nation needs. I'm just asking that if you're looking for lipstick, find a queen that sells lipstick. If you're looking to purchase day-to-day essentials, toothpaste, toothbrush, whatever it is that you use, try to find another queen that offers the services or products that you utilize daily regardless. And through those baby steps, I think we will change the thought process, the narrative, and our position in the world when it comes to money.
That is so true. Changing the narrative, right? Changing the narrative.
Yeah.
That mindset is so important. The mindset. So, CherDon, you are the founder and owner of She-Wear Club. Please tell us more about your business.
Absolutely. So, like I said, She-Wear Club is really the passion project that comes out of the parent company, which is She Prints It. And She-Wear Club, we're absolutely focused on teaching women to love themselves first. Again, like I was saying before, I think there's this misplacement of what it means to love yourself and what it means to have confidence and self-awareness, and is gauged as a negative thing. But just the same as they say crap rolls downhill, I like to say that so does positivity. So does self-love. So does confidence. If I'm happy and content in who I am and comfortable in who I am, that positivity will roll down to my spouse, to my children. So our T-shirt line does that. We have a T-shirt that says SheEO. One of our biggest sellers, of course, is our definition of a Black woman and our Dipped in Melanin that celebrates women and people of color. But my favorite is our She Is Me, because it's just simply stating what it is. I am me before I'm anything. She is me before she was a mom or a wife or a daughter, any other title that we hold to others. Celebrate you just as she. That will teach other people how to view you and, again, redirect how they value you. So I absolutely adore our customers, and we get so many amazing queens tagging us in their pictures. And the best part is that they're sharing how it was a great conversation piece and how they get stopped everywhere when they wear their She Wear Club apparel. And I tell customers it's almost like a pre-warning that if you are not a chatty Cathy, if you don't want strangers to stop you to ask you questions and talk to you, then don't buy She Wear Club, okay? Because She Wear Club is an opportunity to create connections and conversations.
I love that. I love that. So with She Wear Club, like you stated, when people wear it, people always notice it, right? It's out there.
Yes.
And so we might have some listeners that might be interested in working with your brand to be like an affiliate or something. Do you have opportunities there for our listeners to work with your brand or be a brand ambassador or anything?
Absolutely, and that's a great question. So we are literally in the process of developing our brand ambassador program, as well as an affiliate and a commission-based sales team for our She Prints It line. And so with our She Prints It, we're going to have a sales team across the U.S., and long-term the goal will be to be abroad as well. But all of us know someone who said to us at some point or another, do you know someone who makes T-shirts? Do you know somebody who makes business cards? Or I need a banner, or I need these things. So through our She Prints It affiliate program, as well as our sales commission-based sales team, you can be the answer to that need and naturally get a percentage of that sale just from answering the question and resolving that need. So please stay connected with us. Check our website, sheprintsit.com, as well as join our email list, because once everything goes live, we will absolutely send that via email. And the brand ambassador option for our She Wear Club will go live on March 1st.
All right, so our listeners that are listening, get involved with her brand ambassador program and her affiliate marketing program. Get involved. Collaboration is key. So, CherDon, you are the CEO and founder of CEO of She Prints LLC. So let's talk more about that.
Absolutely. So as I was saying, She Prints It is primarily a promotional products and graphic design company. And so what that means is our tagline is Her Story Starts Here. We want women in business, whether you're a startup, whether you're a small business that's looking to scale and grow to the next level, or if you're a corporation that is committed to making sure that women are in leadership positions, we want you to know that that story starts here, that we have a team that's ready to help you determine what products are best for you to stay top of mind in your particular industry. And so that's where we do consulting on promotional products. What fits the need of your customer the best? What is it that you hope to achieve from it? So I love having this conversation specifically with people in a service-based industry and even nonprofits, because words matter. A lot of times we say, well, I just want to sell a T-shirt. Well, words matter. And if you're a nonprofit and you simply say, hey, I'm selling a T-shirt for $25, you're less likely to get a response. But if you offer a T-shirt for free when they make a $50 donation, that's all the difference in what people are willing to do and willing to invest in. So we consult our customers on how to pick the best products, how to utilize those products within their industry, and if you're using it for giveaways or with large corporations, is commonly used to maintain employee morale. Like, how awesome is it if you go to work and your boss just gives you a free mug or a free T-shirt or a free notebook or things like that? So we help employers understand the benefit of celebrating their employees through these giftable items, but also subliminally keeping their brand top of mind, because if they were to wear this T-shirt out and about at the grocery store, again, that creates more visibility for the brand. So that's our commitment. Again, we believe that her story starts here. So if you don't have a logo and you're a startup business, we can take good care of you. If you don't know exactly what products fit your service industry, we can help you with that. Even if you need to have a site to host your employee uniforms, you want to have your employees order their own uniforms, we allow our customers to host stores with us for small businesses, schools, and small events. Like family reunion season is coming up, guys, and nobody wants to be responsible for collecting the dues and getting everybody's T-shirt size. So we allow our customers to set up a store on our website. It'll be sheprinted.com/family, Wilson Family or whatever your family name is. And you just send everybody to that website to purchase their shirts. So take the stress out of that. Our goal is to, as women, we wear many of hats. So if we can just take one hat off of your head and give you ease, then I think we serve you well, and that's our goal, to serve.
I love that. You all are a one-stop shop for our listeners that are listening that need help in certain areas. Get help, outsource. It is so important to get assistance, right? We can't do it all by ourselves. I love that, and I love that you are all about serving. That is so, so important, CherDon. For our listeners, though, definitely reach out to her and connect with her, because I know it's some business owners that are listening that, you have some things that you probably don't want to do. Outsource. So important.
Absolutely. And if I can just chime into that point, I like to share realistically, because there's so many people that are pushing for, you can just do it yourself and you can just do it yourself. And I say all the time, for one, if you don't invest in you, no one else will. So if you don't see value in your brand, particularly if you're in a service-based industry, we've experienced times when you have an individual that has a service and they want people to pay $300 for their service hourly or whatever the case may be, but they don't want to invest $100 in promotional products. If you can't invest in you, you cannot expect others to, and you have to know what your strength is. So if you're at home DIYing everything, you're not in those rooms that you need to be in where your target audience is. You're not pushing your gift into the universe because you're so busy trying to mini-master something that is separate from you. And whether it's promotional products or any other service, if there's someone else who has already mastered that, invest in your future. Allow them to be the masters of what they do so that you have more time to get the money in those areas that you have mastered. And we want to help you do that.
Absolutely. So definitely reach out to her and connect with her. As we just stated, as you said, we can't do it all. We cannot do it all, and we have to learn to, like you just said, outsource and ask for help. So let's talk about target market, because you're very big on that, CherDon. So what are some strategies you would give to women-owned businesses about their target market?
One of the biggest things I recommend is see your target market as a person, a single person. And what that means is, for one, know that everybody is not your customer. And so a lot of times with startups, you say, well, who are you trying to reach? I want to sell to everybody. And that sounds really good. But there's trillions of dollars out here. You don't have to sell to everyone. You can be very specific. And when you think about if you're out at an engagement and somebody's speaking, and if they look at you directly, even though you know they're talking to the whole room, it's a different feeling because people like to be individuals. So when you're thinking about your target market, define them as an individual. If you know that your market is women of color between the ages of 25 to 35 that make $50,000 or greater, that are entrepreneurs, that, or moms or whatever you define them as, once you've broken that down to the simplest form, give her a name. So once we know that she's 25, she works in retail, she makes an average of $30,000 a year, she's a mom of one or two, she's married, her name is Tasha. when you know that you're talking to Tasha, when you're building out your marketing, your plan, it's easier because you're like, oh, yeah, so Tasha would love if I did that. Oh, yeah, Tasha is more likely to go to Stonecrest Mall versus Lenox Mall. And Tasha, you can break her down better if you've defined her as an individual, if that makes sense. So that to me is one of the main things that you should start with. But there's a whole slew of important pieces to defining your target audience.
So I hope that our listeners are writing these nuggets down, because CherDon is giving us some free knowledge, okay? I hope you all are writing it down about your target market, because that's so important. We can't market to everybody. It's not for everybody, right? You have to know who your target market is. That is so key. So thanks for shining light in that area, CherDon, because I think sometimes our business owners, you're right, they want to market to everybody, and it's not for everybody.
Absolutely.
So what are some strategies you would give to listeners about branding?
Oh, gosh. You know, you just get me excited when I talk about branding, honey. I'm so excited. And there's so many things, right, which is why we offer consultations. But one of the things that really stands out for me with branding is before you put your brand into the universe, take the time to think about what is your brand? What does it look like? Again, who's your target audience? What industry are you in? What colors should you use? Because colors invoke emotions, right? Like red instantly grabs your attention. It makes you feel like to stop. When you go to a pharmacy or a doctor's office, most of the time it's white because it's supposed to calm you. So understanding that just because your favorite color is purple doesn't mean that should be the color of your brand, says the lady who has the favorite color red and made the color red her brand colors. But no, seriously, colors matter. Your logo matters. So just because, for example, if you own a nail salon, and I say this with no disrespect to anyone's logo, but owning a nail salon doesn't mean that you have to have a picture of fingers with designs on them and that the name has to be Tasha's Long Luxurious Nails. You know what I mean? Like, think about that. How does that show up if you decide to sponsor someone? Can your logo fit or be still identified if it was printed in one color, right? Because most of the time when you're sponsoring something, it's printed in a single color. Can your brand be identified from afar, whether it's a signature font or an icon that stands out? Most importantly, if all else fails, pay attention to where you spend your money. What are the things that grab your attention? What companies do you shop the most? Look at their logos. Look at the simplicity of them. Think about how Chick-fil-A is just one color. That's one of the places that I go to, right? It's really simple. It's just Chick-fil-A in cursive. But you know it when you see it, no matter where it is. Starbucks is the same one. It's just really a single color. It's green and white, but for the most part, you can identify it from a single color. So think about where you put your money. Wherever you put your money, those people have done a great job at branding themselves to pull you in. So try to think like they think to create that same draw-in for your ideal customer. But invest in the knowledge or the experts to get you where you want to be. But if all else fails, don't be afraid to rebrand. Apple's a great example. In the beginning, Apple had multiple colors on that apple. If you are over 30, you should remember that. And now Apple's really just silver, right? So it's okay to rebrand, but they still had that strong icon that never changed, right? That bitten apple, we all can still identify it, even with them changing the color of it. So if you need to start over from scratch, that's okay. You can do that and come back stronger than ever.
That's right. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to rebrand. Great nuggets. Great nuggets. So, what are some mistakes business owners make with branding, though? I know you're probably not going to say, all of it because they might have to book a consultation with you, but what are some mistakes that you find that mainly our new business owners have made when it comes to branding? And maybe some of our seasoned business owners.
The biggest mistake is that they don't invest in a quality logo.
Ooh. Good one.
That's very common, and you don't know what you don't know. But you think about, for me as a mom, most moms, their first child, they will spend any amount of money, no matter what anybody says, right? Like you got warmers, the bottle warmers, you got wipe warmers. You're doing the most, right? You want to get it right the first time. Well, your business is your baby. Get it right. Get as close to right as you can the first time. Otherwise, you just find yourself spending extra money later down the line. And just knowing the difference, when I say you don't know what you don't know, a lot of people have just learned things, and now everybody is the master of everything, right? That's kind of the gift and the curse of technology and YouTube. And so you come across all of these ads, and they stand out more for me, maybe because I'm in the industry, where somebody's like, we'll make you a logo for $50. We making logos today for $30, But you only get a JPEG. They don't layer your image. They have no idea what a vectored file is. We have spoke to some of our customers. They will tell your graphic design to send us a vector file or give us their email. We'll reach out to them, and they're like, I don't know what a vector file is. I made their logo in Canva, or I got it off of Fiverr. And there's nothing wrong with those services, but just know that $50 or that $30 or whatever you spent that first time, at some point you're going to have to spend that real money, so to speak. And you're going to have to invest in a quality logo. And I promise it will cost you more money in the long run if you don't do it right the first time. You end up with these multiple colors and gradients and all this stuff, and then when you want to go print stuff, you're trying to figure out, why does a T-shirt cost so much? Well, you got 10 colors in your logo. That's why. So, again, you have to start from the start of it. And I know that sounds redundant, but the start is where your customers start. So what is the first thing they see? How are you presenting yourself to people? And what is the quality of that? Did you invest in it? Because, again, you cannot expect people to invest in you if you don't invest in you. Now, if it's just a side hustle or just a quick little thing that you're trying to do to make some passive income, if you're just doing it to be a solopreneur and, it's not something you're overthinking, I understand that. But if you're building a quality brand that will one day become a corporation, that will employ, that will make you a change agent in your community, then we need to start that right the first time and come out swinging strong.
Investing in a quality logo for all of our listeners that are listening. Definitely invest in a quality logo. Like she said, if you want to go long term and really grow your business, if you really want to grow your business and you want people to take you seriously, invest in a quality logo. Thank you for sharing that, CherDon. Thank you for sharing that. So you have continued to build multiple tables. So I asked all of my guests this question. How did you create your seat at the table?
By being in the room.
Ooh, good.
So much of my opportunities has been that I just simply showed up. I was in the room. I went to an event recently, and one of the ladies was sharing her experience in government contracting, and she talked about how she won her first bid on a government contract was because she was the only one there. She got it by default. But that spoke to the power of just being present, being in the room. And when you show up and you're in the room and you're your authentic self, not trying to be what it is that you think they want you to be, not trying to show up with the face that you think they want to see, just being your authentic self. Not only will there be a seat at the table for you, but that seat will come out automatically. People will escort you to the seat, right? You won't even have to ask if it's okay to sit here. The seat will be already pulled out and ready for you to sit there. And I've been blessed in that. There's so many people who believe in me and support me and have literally allowed me to build my business on their backs. And I'm forever grateful for those people, and they're constantly making sure that I'm in the room physically. But the best part is when they make sure that I'm in the room even when I'm not in the room.
Ooh, I loved it. I was about to say that. I loved it.
Yes. Make an impression. Make an impression on people. Because when people genuinely see you in your authentic self and you show up in your truth, that will forever stick in their minds. And so I have some of the most amazing customers on the planet, and they call me and say, CherDon, I was at this event, and somebody said they need something, and I told them they need to talk to you because you're the answer that they need. You got a second? I got them standing right here. That's me being in the room without having to be in the room. That's my village making sure that we show up and show out no matter where we are without us actually being there. So that for me is huge. It's huge, especially in this digital space that we're in. Everybody's been tagged on something, and somebody said they was referring somebody to somebody else. And in my industry, I get tagged a lot when someone's looking for T-shirts or business cards or whatever. But the blessing that I have in, it's not just one person that's tagging She Prints It in the comments. There's 4, 5, 6 people showing up for us in that space. That's empowering. That's commanding my seat at the table. And not just commanding my seat at the table, but having these queens in my village that are like the women from Wakanda that are standing around and ready to fight on our behalf to make sure that nobody ever tries to remove us from that seat. And that, let me tell you, makes the hair stand up on my arm, because that is the true gift and the blessing.
I love it. Commanding the room, right? And your name being in the room even when you're not in the room. That is so powerful, but it's so true. It's so true.
Yes.
So what did failure teach you on your journey? Because we all have a process. So what did failure teach you on your journey?
I would say that I don't mind taking an L, because I don't believe that it's a loss, it's always a learn. And if you start to identify failures as the opportunity for you to learn how to improve in that area the next time, you'll never see it as a negative. I was talking with Michelle, my customer service manager, the other day, and I was just sharing with her that I would rather make financial mistakes now as we're growing and maybe lose out on a few $1,000s and figure out my way and make those mistakes or have those quote-unquote failures, or for me, those. I would rather experience that now versus experiencing that once you're a multi-million-dollar business. So learn early on, learn quickly, and always be learning. And so that loss is always a learn. And I receive it, I embrace it, I celebrate those failures, because I know that they're designed to push me forward.
Amazing, because you know what? It's a lesson, right? It's a lesson. It's not even a failure. It's a lesson. So you're very, very. Go ahead.
No, I was just in agreement with you. It's absolutely a lesson.
Yes, it is. And you're very, very, very successful. So what did success teach you on your journey?
Well, I greatly appreciate you saying that. I'm still in that struggle of seeing it in that way. But success on this journey, I guess I've learned that no one does it alone. And so I'm always somewhat bothered when I hear people say that they're self-made. I'm not self-made. I didn't do this alone. I can't do this alone. I won't do this alone. So success for me is the ability to have a team, the ability to be a change agent, the ability to be a job creator, the ability to be an inspiration. That's success. The monetary piece is a no-brainer. That's going to happen authentically. But being able to share that with my village and be connected with my community and celebrate those who have gotten me here, because I did not do it alone. I could not do it alone. No one does it alone. That's success, and that requires celebration. So much of this journey for me is really not even about me. It's not about someone being able to say, CherDon, you've made it. It's always, we've made it. We did this. Even before I had a team, I always spoke in we, because we was still my customers. We was my husband that supported me and held the kids down and took care of the household as I was building my dream. We were the women around me who said, you got this. I believe in you. Lean on me when you need help and when things are challenging. The we were when my girlfriends can look me in my face and say, I know you ain't going to ask for help because I ain't never been good at that, but I'm going to help you anyway. So success is not singular. It is plural. It requires multiple people in order to achieve it. So you can't take the credit, you can't celebrate it alone, and you can't sit back and say, I made this happen for me. Because some of the journey you will walk alone, but you're never completely alone. Because for me, my journey has always walked with God. So I'm never alone on this path of success. And to share the stories of the amazing, amazing, amazing women who are walking on the side of me, being my front, my back, my left, my right, the wing beneath my feet, let me tell you. That is success, Queen. That for me, that means that I made it. So I guess I can say I made it.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I love how you put that, because I don't like to hear people say self-made as well, because like you said, we all have somebody to help us, right? Nobody can build it alone unless if you can build your dream alone, then it's too small. It's too small. So
absolutely.
Thanks for shining light in that area, because that word is used loosely.
Yeah, and it's used loosely and it's celebrated. And again, I can't think of anything other than coming into this world and leaving it that we really do alone. And even in that process, it requires the help of somebody else. Like Mama had to push to get you out. And God forbid somebody has to do the arrangement when it's time for you to go be with the Father. So again, the journey isn't tackled alone.
I love it. So we are in a new year, in a new decade, CherDon. So what can we expect from you in this new year of 2020?
Oh my God, so much, and it's already God has already blessed us so much. We moved into our new office space last week, 2 weeks ago, in Stockbridge, Georgia. The address specifically is 10 Wilson Road, Stockbridge, Georgia. That's just the start. Our hope is by the close of the year and the open of next year, we'll have a office space for our sales team in Chicago, and we're going to just continue to grow and place teams all over the U.S. We are crowdfunding because, as I have said over and over again, it takes a village, and we need our village. Yes, we have achieved a great amount of success in what will be 3 years on February 7th, and we're grateful and we're blessed, but it's time for us to grow up and show up in new rooms and new spaces, and so we need support in that process. We're crowdfunding. The site is ifundwomen.com/projects/her-story-starts here. Or you could just check out our social media pages. That information is there. Because, again, our goal is to create jobs and not just basic livable wages. We're trying to create wealth within women in our community. So we're just super excited, not just about the new year, but the new phase, the new growth stage that we're in, and all the amazing people who have picked us up and pushed us forward. And most important, excited to see who's coming on as a part of this next journey, right? Because we all know people are in your life for a season and a reason, and people place people on the path at certain places and times. So I'm just excited to meet all my new friends and future investors in our future, in changing that narrative and redefining who we are and where we stand in this nation. So I'm excited about 2020, 2021, 2030, and how all of these next 10 years will be the difference for that next generation, and how I can sit back and look at 2050 and see how what we did impacted the future for my children.
I love it. I love it. And super congratulations on all the amazing things that God is going to do in your company, in your life this year. I can't wait to see what you're about to birth, okay? As I consistently follow you, CherDon, you do some amazing things, okay? Your brand is powerful. So I just want to say congratulations in advance.
Thank you, Queen. You too now. And I know this is your show and you're interviewing me, but I celebrate you and I salute you because you show up and you show up in greatness. And what I love the most when I see your posts is that you always have this infectious, big, beautiful smile on your face. And energy is real and it is transferable even through the virtual space. So just thank you for always putting yourself in that space and showing up in a way that empowers others and most importantly, just uplift other people. A smile alone can change the whole course of somebody's day. So just thank you and for sharing your platform with me.
You are welcome, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So tell our listeners how they can follow you and connect with you on all social media platforms.
Absolutely. On Facebook and Twitter, we're She Prints It. On Instagram, we're sheprints.it. You can email us at info at sheprintsit.com. Our website is also She Prints It. And if you want some dope conversation creating pieces from our retail line, visit shewear.club, not .com. It's shewear.club. That's also our Instagram handle if you want to check out some of our digs. And you can still email us at shewearclub@sheprintsit.com.
So definitely follow CherDon and connect with her. As I stated more than once tonight, she is amazing, doing some amazing things. She is definitely someone to know. She's definitely someone to know, and I hope our listeners, I hope you all have written and had your paper and pencil and wrote these amazing nuggets down that she gave to you all tonight on branding, your target market, and just how to show up, right? And then how to be in a room when you're not even there by making an amazing impression. So, CherDon, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come to the table. This has been a powerful interview, and I can't wait to invite you back to the table.
It is my pleasure, and I am always available to sit at your table, Queen. So thank you for sharing this with me, and I look forward to being here with you again in the near future.
Awesome, and I look forward to working and collaborating with you in this new year.
Absolutely. I'm going to hold you to that.
Yes, we will be chatting soon. So I would like to give a special thanks to my intern, Sarah, from Tennessee State University, and my intern, Vontaria, from Winston-Salem State University. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.